Hello and welcome to another Let's Draw with Procreate tutorial. Today we'll be completing this cute hamster pup in a cup illustration that I will call a puppuccino. You will need a canvas size of 2000 by 2000 pixels at 300 dpi. And for ease, I've created a brush set and colour palette. The link to those are in the description below. Please download them, you will need them for this tutorial. And when you're ready, let's draw. Once you've got your canvas created, we are going to go to the colour palette and choose this first colour. And on layer 1, we are going to drag and drop that colour onto the canvas. We are going to create a new layer and we're going to use the second colour on the colour palette with the monoline brush, this one here at the bottom. The brush size will be at 60%. We are going to want to create a circle. Hold your pen in place and tap one finger on the screen to make a perfect circle. We can then use our arrow tool with the uniform option selected and snapping, and we want to pop that into the center vertically and horizontally. Hit the arrow tool when you are done. We're going to create a new layer and drag that underneath. We're going to go back to layer 2 and reference that layer. And on layer 3, we are going to choose the third color and drag and drop that into the circle. We are going to remove reference from that layer and we're going to swipe to the left, duplicate, and the top circle, we are going to reduce that down and place into the center when you see those vertical and horizontal lines. We are going to reference this layer. We are going to create a new layer and drag that underneath, and we are going to drop and drag that color into that circle. We are going to remove reference because we don't need it now on that layer. Let's go back to that lower circle and this darker circle, this like maroony color, and pinch those together. We are now going to create a new layer, and just for the minute we're going to use this dark color and this monoline 3-1 brush, and the brush size is at 10%, and we're just going to draw a line. Hold your pen in place and tap one finger on the screen to make it a perfect horizontal. Now this will be your handle. We are going to tap on that layer and we are going to alpha lock it. We are going to go to this third color and we're going to fill the layer. We are now going to want to create a new layer. We're going to clip and mask it to layer 5. We're going to change the blending mode to multiply, and using the same color, we're going to create shadows. We are going to, with the same brush that we're using, we're going to reduce that brush down to about 2%, and we're going to just draw a line across and hold your pen in place. Then we're going to add a smaller shadow on the top and hold your pen in place. You can edit that shape and just make it a little bit narrower. We are now going to create our highlights by creating a new layer. We're going to clip and mask it, and with the second color selected and using the monoline brush at around 20%, we're going to draw a line. Hold your pen in place and tap one finger on the screen to make it perfect horizontal. We are then going to do another dash. Hold your pen in place and pop your finger on the screen to make it perfectly horizontal. We are then going to put a dot, another dash, place your finger on the screen to make it perfectly horizontal. You can edit the shape and move it. And then we are going to place another dot as well. We are then going to reduce the opacity down to 50%. And also 50% for the shadow layer 2. And now we have our cup ready, we're going to add the cute hamster inside the cup. we are going to create a new layer above layer 5. With the second color selected, we're going to go to the stamp set and choose the Puppuccino chest stamp. I've got this at 40% in size or thereabouts. It doesn't really matter because we can adjust the size. We are going to tap on the screen, and that looks about right actually. And we're just going to move it down a little bit and to the right. We then want to create a new layer, and we're going to select pink, and let's add in the bow tie stamp. I've got this size at 10%, and then we can move that a little bit. I think just there would be great. We're going to create a new layer, and we're going to add the nose and the mouth. We're going to choose the last color in the color palette for that. Go to our stamp set, and we're going to choose the kawaii style snout. And I've got it down to 1% in size. And we're going to just tap on the screen. You can then rotate it, make it smaller if you want to. And then tap the arrow when you are done. We are going to reference this layer, create a new layer, drag it underneath, go back to the pink color, and then we're just going to zoom in just a touch and then drag and drop your color. And if it doesn't fill in, you can use the monoline brush just to touch any areas up that might be missing. You can now pinch these two layers together and create a new layer. We are now going to create the eyes. So with the dots brush selected, and I've got this at, I think 10% should do it. And on that new layer, we're going to just dab an eyeball just there, and then we can then go ahead and add the second one. We want to add some highlights to these, so let's just create a new layer for now. Go back to the white color. Let's drop that size down to about 3%. You can zoom in and then add the highlights like so. And if you want to add a second highlight, reduce that down to about 2% and pop in another one like that. We are now going to pinch those together because the eyes are now complete. We can create a new layer, and we are going to draw the eyebrows. With the white color selected, we're going to choose the script brush, and I've got this at 15%, and we are just going to swoop a little eyebrow just like so. You can adjust the size and the shape by using maybe the free form. I might make that a little bit thinner like so. And then you can duplicate that, flip it horizontal, and with snapping turned on in uniform, you can move it to the side and you can adjust the position like so. I think I might have mine a little bit more slanted. Makes the character really cute. We are now going to create a new layer. Drag that above the eyebrows. In fact, you can actually pinch those together. And we're going to now create the speech bubble. So let's go to our stamp set and select the speech bubble. And with that same color, the white, we are going to, with a size 40 brush, just tap that. Oh, that is a bit big. So let's just reduce that down a little bit and pop it there. Let's create a new layer with the pink color selected, and we are going to choose the heart stamp. This is at 8%. Let's just tap it on the screen, and then we can adjust the rotation and then put it somewhat in the middle. And that's our cute hamster illustration in the cup completed. We just need to now add some shadows. So we are going to create a layer above layer 3, and we are going to multiply that layer, and we're going to choose this third color, and using the monoline brush, we can use the monoline 3, we are going to, you can rotate your canvas, we are going to add a line just like so. You can edit the shape if you want to, you can move it, adjust it. And then we're going to add another one like so. Again, hold your pen in place so you get a perfectly straight line. We want to then connect those shapes, and you can drag in and drop the color. Oh, I've made a little dot there. Let's just delete that. We are then going to reduce the opacity down to around, I'd say 15%. And then we're going to add a Gaussian blur of 10%. We are now going to add a little shadow here just underneath the saucer. So we're going to go to layer 1, make a new layer. We are going to multiply that blending mode, and with the same color we are going to just draw underneath the plate. Hold your pen in place, and then you can go to adjust shape, and by moving these nodes you can adjust the shape of your shadow. I'm going to leave mine just like so. And again, we're going to reduce that down to 15%. And then we're going to Gaussian blur to around 5%. We will also need to create a shadow that's on the Puppuccino. So let's find layer 5. We're going to create a new layer. We're going to clip and mask it. We are going to change the blending mode to multiply. We are going to select the 4th color in the color palette, and with the Monoline 3-1 brush at, let's try 2%. Would that be big enough? Yep, that's fine. We're going to draw a kind of semicircle, a small semicircle just like that. We are going to edit the shape by moving these nodes, and then we can lower the opacity to 50% with that. Our Puppuccino illustration is now complete. Thank you so much for following until the end, and I would really love to see your completed illustration, so please tag me over on Instagram. I'll leave my socials in the description below. Please smash the like button, hit the bell, and please subscribe. That would be so awesome. Okay, take care until the next time.